Honey, isn't it time for Jimmy to get home from school?
We should be home around 2:30.
Well, he should be coming home anytime now.
Mom, Dad, you'll never guess what I learned at school today.
Hey, Jimmy!
Well, that's great, honey. Why don't you tell your father what you learned at school today?
Yeah, Jimbo, lay it on me.
Let me tell you, being lied to. How everything you see on TV is put there to control you, to mold you, to have preconceived notions about people who don't know you. Don't believe me? I'll show you. Turn the television on, a commercial about shampoo. The girl in there is blonde and her hair is straight and smooth. Couple channels down to see what's on the news. Two guys just robbed a bank, African American, now about 6'2", and you know they're armed and dangerous. Glock 9s that are steel and stainless. My God, these men are heinous. My neighbor's next door is African, who's gonna save us? They're going to break in and rob and rape us. Well, maybe just you, but it still makes me anxious. I'm just being realistic, but I'm not a racist.
Yes, you are. You judge people off the color of their faces.
Black and white, you think it's right to see the world in such a sight. Take a man and you judge his life based off his features, nose, lips, and eyes. You think it's cool to criticize, never stop to realize each and every person's stereotypes comes from the ancestors where they live their lives. You see, that's the point of this exercise, to get you to read in between the lines. Stop falling for all the tricks and lies and better understand the hows and whys. An entire history falling on deaf ears and blind eyes. It's not told because it's from the loser side, but today you can rejoice and cry, cause you're gonna learn the truth which this nation hides. Where do you go to find diamonds? Africa. Where do you go to find gold? Africa. Where do you go to find cultures brought our new world from the old? Africa. Where do you go to find diamonds? Africa. Where do you go to find gold? Africa. Where do you go to find cultures brought our new world from the old? Africa. See, Africa's a continent while you think it's a country. It's 55 speaking 2,000 languages fluently while you're being misled with the worth of their currencies. And Africa's the wealthiest continent currently, which you'll never learn unless you look at the history. But what's being taught in school is a white eccentricity. You might see a few videos of some blackface minstrelsy, but that doesn't cover the depth of white supremacy. Cause if you listen to rappers like Gucci Mane, that's an artist you like to imitate. You sag your pants, smoke weed every day. That's a stereotype you choose to perpetuate. Why is it uncool to educate? Do well in school and graduate? Cause people want to make money the easy way. And you do that by doing whatever they say. They bring you in cause you break the mold. You're something new and not something old. Strip you down from head to toe, turn you into something told. An assembly line that can be controlled is where you're placed and whose banner you hold. Your life is based off your record sold, which then determines the worth of your soul. And if you're not the one who's bringing in the gold, then you're shelved, arrested, and put on parole. Small charge for your rep to uphold, and that record sales increase tenfold. But soon after, a new trend unfolds, and you sold out is being outsold. Cause it's not up to you what's hot and what's cold. It's up to the company which you sold your soul. When you think of Africa, you think of famine. When you think of Africa, you think of war. When you think of Africa, you think of kids with AIDS being sold for labor by drug lords.
Ladies and gentlemen, allow me to introduce to you tonight Mr. William Alexander Brown.
Father of the African theater had to deal with Stephen Price, the original hater. Creator of the star, system breaker of the law. System Brown was the maker, Price was the taker. But when they had their garden, he had his grove. And when they took it from him, he stole the show. He moved his company anywhere it needed to go to give Africans the same chance as Anglos. At the age of 15, Ira Aldridge was beat in the streets by the lawless. Got on a boat with James Wallach, fled to Europe and made his acting flawless. Went to a university that was Scottish, kept his hands black when they dressed him snobbish. Spoke of emancipation when the curtain called it the great African tragedy, and people called him from peanut butter to the stoplight. The Hair sisters who looked white disowned their father cause he couldn't act right. Made a 7th theater company, it was real tight. Burr Williams was making a grand a night. Drank himself to death cause he felt contrite. Super sober to a guy that missile defies. Or Master Juba, who danced until he died. Hicks, Hague, Bob and Johnson. Ida was the best at cakewalk and do time shows, coon songs, blackface options. Ida B. Wells and Robert Monson. Speaking theater, which he bought then. Made a few more, share his thoughts. Can you see the history that was lost? Now this generation's free, but what's it costing? Where do you go to find diamonds? Africa. Where do you go to find gold? Africa. Where do you go to find cultures brought our new world from the old? Africa. Where you find the birth of humanity? Africa. Where you find the cradle of life? Africa. There's only one race and that's the human race. As soon as you learn that, you'll be alright. Africa. Where you find the birth of humanity? Africa. Where you find the cradle of life? Africa. There's only one race and that's the human race. And as soon as you learn that, you'll be alright. Africa. There's only one race and that's the human race. And the sooner you learn that, you'll be alright. So let me give you some advice on how to handle the situation. Even though I'm losing my wife and my heart's in the middle of breaking, I still have my daughters who to me they mean everything. So I won't give up, I won't let in, cause I'm still holding on to something. Says, sir, please excuse me, I don't mean disrespect, but your daughters are your family.